This video is brought to you by SoccerPro.com, offering everyday low prices on all the latest soccer gear with no membership fees. Don't forget to use coupon code SR4U at checkout for 10% off any order of $75 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike HyperVenom Phantom in the brand new Flash Lime white and black colorway. So open up the box here to get a look at what is on the inside. The first thing that you'll find is, of course, the Nike string bag included with all the top-end models. This particular string bag is Flash Lime in color with your black skull and crossbones HyperVenom logo on the front. The back of the bag is black, and of course you do have your white Nike swoosh there at the bottom. So we'll get that out of the way, get the shoes out of the box really quickly. And if you guys could take a quick second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. So here is a look at the latest colorway of the HyperVenom Phantom. This is the one that a lot of people have been waiting for, and it's been on pre-order for quite a while. It still is on pre-order at quite a few stores, but if you want to get these right now, there is one online retailer that has these available in stock, ready to ship, and I'll leave a buy it now link down below in the description. It's the same place where I got mine, so if you're interested in this particular colorway of the HyperVenom Phantom, be sure to check out that buy it now link down below in the description. Now, as far as the colorway itself goes, obviously it's a combination of black, flash lime, and white. The black areas of the shoe are obviously the main part of the upper here at the front. It's a very solid black color. It doesn't have that kind of smoky look to it, almost like the Black Pack colorway did, if you know what I'm talking about. And then of course you do have your black Nike swoosh there on the back of the heel, your skull and crossbones logo right there, your Nike Skin branding, and then of course the sole plate itself is black, as you can see. You have your flash lime kind of surrounding the outside edge of the shoe. The tongue is green, the laces are green, the liner, the insole, and of course the outside border of the sole plate itself is also in that flash lime color. Then you have your white accents with the HyperVenom logo on the outside, your Nike swoosh here on the instep or forefoot area of the boot, and then the one Nike swoosh here at the base of the sole plate is also in white. So overall, a very, very simple, very clean looking colorway. It has that kind of combination of black, which doesn't make it too flashy, but of course you do have this flash lime color, which is fairly bright, and overall it's just a really, really good looking shoe. Probably my personal favorite colorway that has been released for the HyperVenom Phantom so far. As far as the overall performance of the HyperVenom Phantom goes, if you guys would like more details, I strongly recommend going ahead and checking out the full written review on my website. I'll leave a link to that down below in the description, and I'll also leave an annotation on screen to my playtest review video. You can go ahead and check those out if you haven't done so already, and if you are looking for more details on the overall performance. But for the sake of the video, I will do a quick rundown of the technical specifications of the shoe itself. The upper itself is probably the most unique element of the HyperVenom Phantom. It's made from what Nike calls Nike Skin synthetic, and it's a very unique synthetic in that it combines mesh and polyurethane, or like a plastic membrane, that are fused together to create the Nike Skin upper. So you can see it does have this very kind of heavy honeycomb-like texturing on it, and that's the mesh underlay that makes up the first layer of the Nike Skin upper. And then basically what they do is they fuse over several layers or several membranes of polyurethane, which makes for a very, very soft and flexible upper. It has kind of like a sock-like feel. I described a lot of this in my playtest video as well as in my full written review. It's completely unique, unlike anything else currently out there on the market. It is very, very thin, but at the same time it has that nice soft touch about it, which is just very unique and unlike anything else currently out there on the market. Also on the upper, something you can't see is the X-ray texturing, or the X-ray grip that they have on the upper itself. It does have a slightly grippy feel, more so than what you're going to get from something like the Nike Mercurial Vapor. And overall, it's a kind of a unique feeling. It will take a little bit of getting used to, especially if you've never worn anything like this before. Similar to the Predator LZ to a certain extent, but at the same time, very, very different. And it gives the shoe overall just a very unique feel. And then, of course, like all the top-end models from Nike, ACC, or All Conditions Control technology is also included. Basically, it acts as a wet control element, allowing for better friction between your foot and the ball when playing in wet playing conditions. And overall, it does work well. One of the questions I know a lot of people have about the HyperVenom Phantom is, does the upper leak water? And the answer to that question is no, it is water resistant. Just as water resistant as pretty much any soccer shoe out there. If it is raining a little bit, you don't have to worry, your feet aren't going to get wet. So just keep that in mind. You can see that you do have your off-center lacing system with the laces being pushed to the outside of the shoe, leaving you with a very clean striking zone on the instep, which personally I'm a really big fan of. I like the overall fit and shaping of the boot itself. It does have a low cut in the ankle, as you can see. Your synthetic leather liner with a decent amount of padding considering the lightweight nature of the shoe. Give you guys a quick look at the insole. Very similar to what you're going to find in the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9, but perhaps a little bit thicker, and just overall doesn't slide around quite as much. You do have your mesh liner over top in that flash lime color, the HyperVenom logo right there in black, and it's just your standard EVA foam, nothing too fancy there, but definitely gets the job done in terms of providing that nice step in comfort. As far as the sole plate itself goes, it's made from a glass nylon material, which is very stiff form of plastic. If you guys want to listen for a second. It's just really stiff from right out of the box. It will feel a little bit uncomfortable at first, but gives the shoe about an hour or so of wear time, and you'll find that it loosens up, and overall just feels very responsive and acts as a very good kind of form of rigidity for the upper itself. Considering that this is such a lightweight shoe, it still feels very solid on your feet, which is always very important. The sole plate, or sorry, the stud pattern itself, as you can see, is loosely based off of what you're going to find from the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9 in the placements of the studs. You can see you got your 2 studs there, your 2 studs here, your 1 support stud in the middle, but obviously there are extra studs in between, 4 studs in the heel as opposed to 2, unlike the Nike Mercurial Vapor 9. But because the studs do have such a low profile and thin nature about them, they penetrate the ground very easily, providing some really good traction, but still provide plenty of maneuverability once your foot is planted, which is very important. Overall, it's a fantastic new stud pattern from Nike, and one of my personal favorites currently out there on the market in terms of performance. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion of this video goes, and move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. The HyperVenom Phantom is a very lightweight soccer shoe, both in hand and on feet. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind that this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that these guys weigh in at 6.95 ounces, so under that 7 ounce mark, just barely, but still very lightweight. And like I said, if you're looking for that barefoot feeling to where you're not even wearing shoes, you're definitely going to get that from the HyperVenom Phantom. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of the video goes, and I move on to a quick on feet so you can get a better idea as to how these shoes fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the HyperVenom Phantoms on feet, and overall this is a fairly comfortable shoe from right out of the box. Like most thin synthetic shoes, they do have a little bit of a break-in time, but this one's a little bit different from other thin synthetics in that it's not stiff from out of the box at all. It's actually probably the most flexible thin upper that you're going to find currently out there on the market. What's really required with this particular shoe in terms of break-in time is that the synthetic upper actually will stretch after a few hours of wear time. So the way it fits from right out of the box isn't the way that it's going to fit after you start wearing the shoes, which is actually a pretty good thing. They mold to your feet really nicely, and after a few hours of wear time, they fit absolutely amazing and feel really comfortable on your feet, to the point where it feels like you're not even wearing shoes, just because the upper becomes so soft and so flexible and just forms to the exact shape of your foot. As far as the overall shape of the boot itself goes, it is suitable for most foot widths, just as long as you don't have an overly wide foot, I would say. It's definitely a little bit wider than the Mercurial Vapor 9 would be. It does feature Nike's brand new X1.1 last, which has a slightly wider base at the forefoot than something like the Mercurial Vapor 9. It's also a little bit wider in the midfoot, but I would say that the toe box area is still fairly tight on the HyperVenom Phantom, just like it would be on the MV9 series. So like I said, if you do have wider feet, you're probably better off staying away. For the most part, this is a shoe that is suitable for most foot types. As far as sizing goes, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. Again, they may fit a little bit tight from right out of the box, but keep in mind that they are going to stretch, so going true to size is definitely recommended if you are looking for the best possible fit. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing of the latest HyperVenom Phantom colorway. Overall, I'm a huge fan of this shoe. It's one of my personal favorite releases of 2013, and a shoe that I keep finding myself coming back to even after I have finished reviewing it. Again, if you guys would like more information on the overall performance, there will be a link down below in the description to the full written review on my website, where you'll also find buy it now links with the best prices online, including exclusive SR4U coupon codes to get yourself some additional discounts if you are interested in ordering a pair for yourself. And I'll also leave an annotation on screen to all other HyperVenom related videos that I have on my channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below, and if you enjoyed today's video, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. You can find all of my social media links down below in the description. And other than that guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.